Hi everyone, my name is Everett Johnson, and I wanted to tell you about a film I did recently called HIV-ism. And the focus of the film was to look at other people's stories who are dealing with HIV/AIDS today in New York City. What is happening in our generation? How are we dealing with it? And how are we letting other people know about the stories and the situations that are happening? Because still to this day, there's still a lot of quiet, pill popping, just quiet overall in general type of behavior, with individuals feeling that they have to be secretive, they have to be closed off to the rest of the world, that they can't really share their story. I was diagnosed in 2011, and I created a solo to cope with the news and how to deal with my own status. And I've been performing the solo for a few years, and I reached a point where I was no longer in a place of trying to cope, of trying to deal. I've accepted where I'm at right now in terms of my status, and it's okay. I take my pills, I'm healthy, undetectable. So the next step was to look at other people's stories and basically talk to people who can't and won't share their stories for a variety of reasons. And so the purpose of the film was to be also educational and informative. I did a few interviews dealing with HIV/AIDS past in terms of the initial stages of it back in the 70s and the 80s, and also talking about HIV/AIDS present in terms of what's really happening with this generation and how do we get to a point of not just sharing and suppressing or being quiet pill poppers, but actually ending it and finding a cure truly to put an end to it. And so with those sets of interviews, I got great response and great feedback. And what I also wanted to do with the film was to do a music video, in a sense. So with the interviews that I did with others, I created a song with the words and phrases of how people were feeling from HIV negative and positive individuals. And I created a song, engineered the music on GarageBand, lovely nifty tool. Especially when I get to put this in the Cannes Film Festival. I don't want no one coming after me saying, you took my music. Like, no, it's original, yes. So I threw it all together, and I created a music video. I wanted to really look at HIV negative and HIV positive people living and coexisting together, because it's happening right now, whether you know it or not. And I wanted to put, for lack of better terminology, a positive spin on it, to really show that people are living, thriving, having great relationships, even though they are positive. And just a quick 3-minute video just to give you a taste of, what is really happening, and really delving into people's lives and sharing real stories that are out there. And I feel it's important for us to continue the conversation and to actually have the conversation that nobody's having, because with the rate of HIV still being at a severely high rate, with numbers coming in as almost 50,000 a year of newly diagnosed cases, this is still a problem. And also, too, with the advancements of now PrEP becoming a possible solution of people taking pills like Truvada to use that instead of a condom, where it's like, I can have still unprotected sex because I have this pill now. That is not the purpose of the pill. The purpose of the pill is to actually fight the HIV virus that an individual may come in contact with. It's not to be the new condom, because that's just not what it's geared for. Not to mention the fact that once you start taking the pill, it's not just, I'll just stop taking it. If you start the pill, you have to take it for the rest of your life, because your body is now used to it. It's wanting it. It needs it. And it's also may start fighting off the good cells in your body that don't need to be attacked. So it's just really important to continue to, use safe sex practices, use a condom, and also be upfront with your sexual partners about your status. And be kind. Don't use language like, DD free, drug and disease free, clean, UB2. Clean is, asking someone if they're clean is like asking if the laundry is clean. Do not compare someone to dirty laundry. That is not acceptable. Because you may have an STD and not know about it. It's important just to continue to have safe sex and be open and honest with your partners. And if someone has a problem with that, then that's on them. Better to protect yourself and respect yourself than to be put in a compromising situation where you may wind up with an STD or HIV, which is, HIV is not curable at this point. It's treatable, but not curable. Just along with other STDs that may be treatable, but not curable. So just be safe, have fun, and be kind, and be understanding, and educate yourselves. Because whether or not you are a man or a woman, gay, straight, bisexual, indifferent, HIV knows no race, creed, or sexual gender. It will hit everyone. And that's what the purpose of my film was, to really educate those who may have heard it before and have ignored it, and for those who still to this day don't know exactly how HIV is contracted and all the things that go along with it. So I out myself so that people don't have to say in 2014, I don't know anybody who has HIV. Well, now you do. If you've never met anyone and you're watching this video, ta-da! You've met your first person. So now it's your job and your responsibility to continue to educate yourself and to take on the banner of promoting safe sex and reaching out to those who may be scared and may feel like they may lose friendships, may lose relationships. Because there are still people who are getting kicked out, who get ostracized, who are turned away because of their status. So just continue to educate yourselves, be kind, be gentle, be fierce and awesome. And if you are watching this film and you are HIV positive, know that there are tons of resources out there for you. There are tons of places to go to be outreached to and to outreach to others. You don't have to share your story with everybody because not everybody will understand, and it's a time and a place for everything. You don't want to wear your status as if you are your status, but have people understand that it's part of your life. It's how you have to manage and maneuver things, and it gives you a greater sense of authority in terms of who you want to partake in sexual activity with, because knowledge is power. You don't have to have knowledge to be negative. You have to have knowledge in general, all over, to protect yourself and the ones that you're going to be involved with. So have fun, be safe, be kind, be super fierce and awesome, and you can check out my film. I am currently still editing it, but get a way to access it to you so you can see it, have fun, comment, tweet, post, Instagram, do what you need, okay? So have fun, support Out My Closet on their Facebook page, and we'll see you soon.